Most people don't realize this, but the mind gives you 7 subtle warnings before your heart destroys your life. And here's the disturbing part. You don't notice them until it's already too late. You think you're in love. You think this person is the one. You think you just need to be more patient, more forgiving, more understanding. But the Stoics would say something entirely different. They'd say you're not in love, you're in attachment, disguised as affection. And that attachment is quietly draining the life out of you. Today, we're going to break open those 7 signs. The signs that scream you're in love with the wrong person. But here's the twist. Every one of these signs feels normal, comfortable, almost harmless, until one day they're not. You're about to see why Marcus Aurelius warned about the slow erosion of the spirit, why Epictetus said, "Don't let your longing make you a slave," and why Seneca believed that the wrong love can destroy the strongest mind. This isn't a typical romance video. This is a psychological excavation, Stoic style, sharp, cold, unforgiving. Because if you see yourself in even one of these signs, your heart might already be betraying you. So buckle in. The first sign is the one everyone denies. The Stoics believed your peace was sacred, non-negotiable, a fortress built from reason and self-respect. But when you love the wrong person, you start trading that peace, piece by piece, for their temporary approval. You stop saying what bothers you. You shrink your emotions. You silence your needs. Not because you want to, but because you fear losing them. And that fear is the first sign. You're always on edge, walking on emotional eggshells, editing your personality, filtering your truth. You tell yourself it's compromise. You tell yourself you're being mature. You tell yourself love requires sacrifice. But here's the twist. Sacrifice shouldn't feel like self-erasure. A Stoic would ask you one brutal question. Do you feel more like yourself around them or less? If the answer stings, then deep down you already know. Because the right person adds peace. The wrong person taxes it. The right person expands your life. The wrong person shrinks it. And here's the part no one says out loud. It happens slowly. So slowly, you don't notice until your personality is a ghost. If your peace feels negotiable, your heart is betting against your future self. Before we move on, if this is already hitting uncomfortably close, subscribe before you forget. The next sign gets even darker. This is the trap almost everyone falls into. Your brain loves excitement, drama, emotional roller coasters. So when the wrong person keeps you confused, conflicted, and constantly guessing, your mind mislabels it as passion. You think the intensity means love. You think the uncertainty means connection. You think the highs feel so good because the bond is strong. But the Stoics would shake their heads. Seneca said, "Wild emotions are a sign of an undisciplined mind. And love born from chaos isn't love, it's adrenaline." Here's how you know. You're addicted to the emotional spikes. You wait for the text. You obsess over the silent treatment. You replay arguments like they're sacred memories. Why? because chaos is stimulating. But here's the twist. The right love is calm, steady, predictable in the best way. Not boring, not dull, just grounded, healthy. Stoics saw calmness as a sign of virtue. But when you're dating the wrong person, calmness feels foreign, almost uncomfortable. You find yourself craving the drama you hate. You become emotionally dependent on the unpredictable. If love feels like a battlefield, you're not in a relationship. You're in a psychological casino where the house always wins, and it's not you. Let's go deeper, because the next sign is the one that traps people for years. Hope is powerful, but when misplaced, it becomes poison. You start believing the wrong person will magically wake up one day and suddenly treat you better, respect you more, love you differently. But the Stoics warned against this illusion. Epictetus said, "Don't expect figs in winter," meaning, stop expecting people to be what their actions prove they are not. But when you're attached, you create a dream version of them, a version that doesn't exist, a version only you can see. You fall in love with potential, not reality. And here's the twist. Potential is the most seductive trap of all. You tell yourself, it's just a phase. They'll grow. They'll come around. They didn't mean it. But time keeps passing. Your standards keep dropping. Your boundaries keep fading. The Stoics believed in self-mastery, yet here you are, mastered by hope. The wrong person keeps giving you tiny improvements, small promises, little breadcrumbs, just enough to keep you waiting, just enough to keep you believing, but never enough to make the relationship truly healthy. It's like holding a lottery ticket you never win, but refuse to throw away. If you're waiting for them to become someone else, you're not in love with them. You're in love with the fantasy. And fantasies don't build futures. Brace yourself, because the next sign is the one that breaks even the strongest people. This is the loneliness no one talks about. Not the loneliness of being single, but the loneliness of being emotionally abandoned while someone is right beside you.
It's getting late.
You share a bed, you share a life, but you don't share a connection. The Stoics feared this type of loneliness. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the emptiness felt in the presence of the unaligned soul, meaning being with the wrong person feels like standing beside someone who isn't spiritually compatible with you. You feel unseen, unheard, unbelonging. And the worst part, you blame yourself for feeling lonely. You think you're too emotional, too needy, too sensitive. But here's the twist. You're lonely because the relationship has no depth, not because you expect too much. When you're with the right person, silence feels comforting. Presence feels filling. Connection feels effortless. But with the wrong person, silence feels cold. Presence feels distant. Conversation feels forced. You feel more disconnected with them than when you're completely alone. The Stoics said the wrong bond fractures the soul. And this is what they meant. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about having no emotional home. Take a breath, because the next sign exposes the biggest psychological trap of all.
This one is brutal, because when you're in love with the wrong person, you become their defense attorney. You justify the red flags. You rationalize the disrespect. You rewrite the story so so they never look like the villain. You say things like, they're just stressed. They didn't mean that. They've had a hard past. I should be more understanding. But the Stoics would challenge you. They'd say, judge action, not experience. If someone hurts you repeatedly, their reasons don't matter. Their patterns do. Here's the twist. Your mind protects the relationship at the cost of the truth. You create narratives that make their behavior seem logical. You minimize your own pain so the relationship can survive. You defend them to your friends, to your family, and worst of all, to yourself. But Stoic wisdom is simple. If you need to keep explaining someone's behavior, they are the wrong person. Because the right person makes their intentions clear, their actions consistent, their respect visible. And you don't have to twist reality to feel safe. If you're working harder to justify their behavior than they're working to correct it, you are not loved. You are managed. If this is hitting hard, drop a comment. Would I justify this if a friend went through it? Now get ready, because the next sign is the one that traps your identity. This sign creeps in silently. You stop doing the things you love. You stop seeing the people who ground you. You stop dreaming the dreams that used to excite you. Your identity erodes quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. You don't notice until you're a stranger to yourself. The Stoics value identity above all else. They believe a person who loses themselves loses their entire life. But with the wrong person, you start molding yourself into who they want you to be. Or worse, who they tolerate. Your edges get sanded down. Your personality gets diluted. Your voice gets softer. Until you exist only in the spaces they allow. Tell yourself, it's compromise. But it's not. It's self-abandonment. Here's the twist. The wrong person doesn't ask you to change. They simply stop valuing the real you. And you adjust out of fear. Fear of conflict. Fear of rejection. Fear of losing them. But in the Stoic view, if you lose yourself to keep someone, you've lost everything. The right person doesn't shrink your world. They expand it. They don't dim your personality, they celebrate it. If you can't recognize who you've become, it's not love, it's emotional erosion. And the seventh sign is the one Stoics warned about more than any other. This is the silent killer. When you love the wrong person, your life enters a standstill. Your growth freezes. Your momentum collapses. You stop evolving because the relationship pulls you backward, or holds you in place, or drains the energy you once used to build your future. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not be with those who make you less capable of the life you desire." The wrong partner slows your progress, or distracts you from it, or convinces you your goals are unrealistic. You start settling, downgrading your dreams, accepting less because the relationship demands more. Here's the twist. The wrong love doesn't just hurt you emotionally. It stunts your entire life trajectory. You're so busy managing the relationship that you stop managing your destiny. Your ambition fades. Your drive weakens. Your spark dims. Stoics believed progress was a moral duty, an obligation, a responsibility to the self. But when you love the wrong person, you're constantly in survival mode. And people in survival mode don't grow. They endure. If your life has plateaued since the relationship began, Your heart is tied to the wrong anchor. And the final section will reveal what the Stoics believe you should do next. Here's where the Stoics get brutally honest. They didn't believe in fixing unhealthy love. They believed in purifying your inner world by removing what corrupts it. Epictetus said, if it harms your peace, release it. Not negotiate, not tolerate, release. But the Stoics didn't advocate sudden detachment. They advocated rational distancing, gradual clarity, steady awakening, not reacting, but observing. So here's what they tell you. Don't run. Don't explode. Don't beg. Just watch. Watch patterns. Watch behavior. Watch how you feel around it. Because clarity comes from observation, not emotion. Once the truth becomes undeniable, the Stoics say one thing. Choose your future self over your current attachment. The right love sustains you. The wrong love drains you. And you already know which one you're experiencing. The Stoic solution isn't dramatic. It isn't loud. It isn't chaotic. It's quiet, internal, decisive. They tell you, rebuild your identity, reclaim your peace, reconnect with your values, and the wrong person will naturally fall away. Because the wrong person thrives on your confusion, but disappears in your clarity. We're almost there. The final section ties everything together. Here's the final truth the Stoics left for us. The wrong love fractures you from the inside. Not suddenly, not violently, but gradually. You become someone you don't recognize. You live a life you didn't choose. You wake up one day and wonder where your fire went. But here's the twist. It only takes one moment of clarity to reverse years of emotional damage. One decision, one realization, one inner shift. You don't need them to change. You don't need closure. You don't need permission. All you need is to see the truth without turning away. Ask yourself, is this love expanding my life or eroding it? Is this relationship making me stronger or smaller? Is this person aligned with my future or attached to my past? Because the Stoics believe something powerful. You become what you repeatedly tolerate. So choose carefully, choose boldly, choose with your future in mind. And if even one of these 7 signs felt familiar, it's time to choose yourself. Before you go, drop a comment. Clarity unlocked. So I know you made it to the end. And subscribe before you forget, because the next video might just be the one that changes everything.